City News at 4 starts right now with breaking news out of Chapel Hill and the signing of legendary head coach Bill Belichick.
And the future of college athletics is changing, and we want to be in the forefront of that. Please welcome the new head football coach at the University of North Carolina, Coach Bill Belichick.
Well, just a couple hours ago, Belichick was introduced as the new head football coach for the Tar Heels program. The architect of one of the greatest sports dynasties of all time is now stepping into the world of college athletics. And joining me now to talk a little bit further about it, Charlotte Sports Live's Mike Lissette. Mike, you covered this announcement here at 2 o'clock. This is really a seismic shift for all of college football, not just UNC.
Yeah, I saw it, and I still can't believe it. Bill Belichick rocking a light blue tie, surrounded by an athletic director and a university chancellor. Those are his new bosses. These folks are strange times. Belichick met with the media for almost an hour. While there are still plenty of questions, we did get some answers and some context. Number one, North Carolina apparently approached him about the job. Number two, he did not give them a 400-page Bible listing all of his demands. And perhaps most important of all, he said he did not take this job as a way to get back into the NFL. Belichick says he came to win, and he's willing to do anything to do it, including recruit on the road.
Also part of the coaching job, and certainly the head coach has a big role in that as well, to ensure the athletes, the student athletes, that you're giving them what they want. And there's not always a fit there. Sometimes that doesn't quite match up, but this university has so much to offer, and our football program has a lot to offer, that I think that we'll be able to attract a good quality player.
All I can say is if I had a 5-star linebacker son that had Bill Belichick in our living room and he says, I can get your son to the NFL, I'd listen.
Yeah, you want to get him to the NFL, and that's what he wants to create around there right now, as a pathway to the NFL. And also, one of the things that we saw about Belichick at the NFL is sometimes his lack of emotion when it comes to the press conferences, not so much with the players. But today, what did you see?
Now, rest assured, folks, he was not tearing up. But at the start of that press conference, I did see some emotion there. He called this his dream job. And, while you out there might say, I don't buy that. I mean, the fact of the matter is he does have family ties to the program. His dad was an assistant there when he was growing up. Matter of fact, Belichick had the same sweater that his dad had back in the day. So this is something that you could tell does mean a lot to him, and that he's getting this opportunity.
That is an old sweater that does mean a lot. And, of course, it's helping the NIL collective, which is what college football is about, jumping from $4 million up to $20 million. So that puts it in the likes of the top three with Ohio State and Texas. So that's a huge impact right there as well.
He's excited to coach. He ultimately feels that coaching is coaching. But I will say this. If he did not like the politics of the NFL, I can't imagine what he's going to think about the politics of college sports, because you could make the argument that it's even worse than anything they got in the National Football League.
It is going to be something to see, and we're going to be all over it today. Mike, thanks. And